So tip number 1 is in my opinion, I think it's really important to know exactly what it is that you want. What is it that your heart desires? Because when you really want something, you do feel at your most passionate about it. That means that your vibrations are going to be higher, your energy is going to be higher, your will is going to be higher. And I think that when your vibrations are highest, and when your feelings are highest, and when you're really in that moment, feeling the momentum of that desire, it goes like a juggernaut into the universe. Tip number 2 for manifesting your heart's desires is, be specific on what you want. Be specific. So speak specific words, think specific thoughts, and feel specific feelings. So for example, I broke up with someone in 2006 because I just felt that the relationship wasn't going anywhere. We were really incompatible. He wasn't paying enough attention to me as I thought he should have paid. He didn't take that much of a real interest in what I wanted out of life. And I said to the universe, the next man I meet, I would like him to be to take an interest in me. And that's all I said. I just wanted the universe to bring me someone, to attract someone to me who took an interest in me. Now, the universe delivered that in I broke up with the other boyfriend in 2005, and in late 2006, the universe delivered to me another guy who definitely took an interest in what I did, but he was only interested in me looking good, being on his arm. He could, say I have this younger woman on my arm. He was 16 years older than me. He was only interested in one aspect of me, and that was what I could do for him. The universe can only deliver exactly what it is that you're thinking, feeling, or saying. My tip number 3 for manifestation is, manifest smaller things first. It's really important, especially if you're new to the law of attraction, you're new to the concept, you're looking to become a deliberate creator rather than someone who creates by default. We're attracting stuff every single day into our lives. It doesn't matter what it is, we're attracting it. And a lot of people, in fact I would probably say the majority of people on this earth actually attract by default. So they don't realise that they are in control of what they're attracting. They're just attracting because they're thinking and then they're feeling a certain way. I think at the end of the day, rather than going for something that you would consider big, and you are going to consider it big, if you're coming from, for example, to do with money, a feeling of lacking money, saying, I want to manifest £100,000 by Friday. What will more than likely happen is you're not really going to believe that you're going to be manifesting £100,000 because you still have that resistance there. You've still got that old nagging voice in your head that says you're never going to have £100,000, money is hard to come by, you can only get smaller amounts. So the way I think to move on to the bigger things is to manifest smaller things. So really you're just training your manifestation muscles. You're really, just building the confidence up. As you start to manifest more stuff, you start to build up your confidence as a deliberate creator. You start to really believe in your own power to create your own reality. And then, it's easier then to truly believe that you can actually build up stuff, that things will actualize for you. The things that you would consider big when you're manifesting them will actually no longer be big, because you're actually going to be completely aligned with those things. So you're no longer going to be here and the thing that you really want to manifest here. You're both going to be on equal footing, because at the end of the day you've rid yourself of that resistance. So £100,000, yes, of course it's a lot of money, but it's not going to look so big when you're actually manifesting it, because that £100,000 is you. You are that £100,000. And my tip number 4 for manifesting your heart's desires is, don't be disappointed when things don't manifest as quickly as you would like. In my experience, a lot of people tend to back out of the law of attraction. I've seen people do it where, I've read about it, I've seen, a lot of people say, I've studied this for so long, and my truest desire never manifested, and I don't believe it works. I've manifested small things, but I've never manifested big things. And what you've got to realise is that if we could rid ourselves completely of our resistance, everything that we want to manifest would be here right now. But it's not the way it works, because human beings are really creatures of doubt. And so obviously, when you're told to trust something, when you're told to have complete and utter faith in something that you can't see, and really just to trust your feeling, just to really trust your emotion, trust your vibration, for a lot of people that can be something difficult to do, because we want everything now. For example, I'd worked in offices for a very, very long time, and I'd always had this thought in my head. This was before I actually really knew about the law of attraction, but I'd always had this thought in my head that I wanted to work from home always, for so long. It's got to have been a good 6 years. I'd worked in offices for like 6 years, and I'd always had this thought in my head that I wanted to work from home. Every time I'd walk down the stairs to go to work in the daytime, I'd always look across to the living room, which was to my left, and I'd always visualise myself sitting, at the table with the computers around the table, working from home. In 2006, that became a reality for me. I took inspired action. I left my 2 office jobs that were really just rinsing the energy out of me completely. I just left on a whim. Found a job online for a work from home recruitment person stroke resourcer, and went from it, and from them I've been working from home. And so what I'm saying is, sometimes things do take time to actualise. Sometimes it's because the opportunity simply hasn't lined itself up yet with you. It simply hasn't been created yet. The company that needs to create if you're looking for a new job in a specific area and it just hasn't happened yet, you've been looking for a year or months and months, and you've done all your manifestation techniques and all of that good stuff, the universe will consistently throw things at you, but a lot of the time it might not be the right stuff. A lot of the time sometimes it's sorting the wheat from the chaff. The universe is really trying to match you up with stuff all along the way, and then you finally get something and you drop lucky, and there it is, because the universe has finally found the right thing that aligns with you. You've been aligned, but the universe needs to find the opportunity. So when the opportunity comes, bam, it just sends it out to you. You take inspired action. It's a match. Job done. So what I'm saying is that if something is taking its time to actualize in your life, if something is taking its time to, reveal itself, to become physical form, it is there. Okay? It is there. But you need to have the trust and the faith to say, okay, I have manifested this, my part is done. All it needs now is for the universe to match that thing up with me, and the universe is doing its sifting, and it's sifting through all the data, it's sifting through all the desires that you have, and it's matching you up one by one with stuff that comes in, stuff that is right for you, stuff that you can look at. Do you see what I mean? It's just really matching you up all along the way with different things, and some things won't be entirely right yet, and some things will, but the universe at the end of the day will match you with the right thing. So try not to get disheartened when things don't manifest within 2, 3, 4 weeks. Tip number 5 for manifesting your heart's desires is, in my opinion, don't tell others what it is that you're manifesting. Now, I know from experience that whenever I've been manifesting something, especially when I started out, sort of, getting to know about the law of attraction, really getting to know about manifestation and how to create my own reality and all that good stuff, that I remember my sister and turning around to her and telling her about something that I wanted to manifest. And it didn't make me feel very good. It felt like I'd almost jinxed myself. It felt like I'd almost spoilt it for myself, because I'd kind of divulged this thing that should have been private between me and the universe, that should have been magical between me and my universe, but I'd really just kind of spouted off what it was that I was looking to manifest. And I just think that when you do that, you're leaving yourself open to ridicule, especially if people don't understand or say that they don't understand the law of attraction and don't appreciate what it is and don't accept that we're manifesting every day whether we like it or not. And I think that you're also leaving yourself open, especially if you're new to the process, to being dragged back into negative thought patterns, because I think, you know, this manifestation game, the law of attraction, is not as easy as some people say it is. You know, there are some people, I'm sure there are some people that can just manifest just like that. They're an absolute pro at it. But manifestation takes work, in my opinion. The law of attraction takes work. Even when you are convinced that you've rid yourself of every single scrap of resistance going to whatever it is that you want to manifest, you know, things can still, as we've just mentioned in the previous point, take time to line up. And if you don't have faith of steel, if you don't have trust of steel, then you're leaving yourself open to letting those little niggling negative thoughts infiltrate your brain. Whereas I think that if you are manifesting on your own, you're not speaking the words to others, you're not saying things to others, you're not trying to prove a point to someone, then it's the flow is a lot easier, because you're not putting yourself under stress. And that's what I'm really trying to say to you, that when you start mouthing off to others about what you're manifesting, number one, you can put yourself under a lot of stress to manifest that thing. So rather than it being a really personal, deep, knowing, secret, wonderful thing between you, the universe, your angels, God, it then becomes between you, the universe, angels, God, and other people watching this spectacle. Oh, has she done it yet? Has she manifested it yet? Has it happened? It becomes a spectacle rather than it becoming your truth. So then you're needing to perform the act for people. You're needing to show people that you can perform this act. You're not a magician. That's the whole point. Though we live in a wonderful, magical universe, you are not a magician on display to others. It's your manifestations, your desires. They're between you and the universe. Nobody else needs to know. A really good time to actually speak about what you've manifested is when the event has occurred, when you've actually manifested that thing, when you've actually actualized your desire, when you've brought that desire into being. That's a really good time to speak about it and to say, you know what, I really believe in the law of attraction because I had this desire, I put it out there to the universe, and it has actually arrived in my existence.